Wanted Dead just came out and you don't want to miss it. This new hack-and-slash third-person shooter was developed by the studio behind Ninja Gaiden and guarantees to bring you back to this era of gaming. Check out the link in the description.
Another metallic archaea instantly overrides the criticality generator. It fails safe only he controls.
Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 video games that mock you for playing on easy mode.
The segmented worms also possess a well-developed nervous system with concentrations of nerve cells called ganglia.
For this list, we're looking at games that make fun of players who choose to play on anything below normal difficulty. Oh, and stay tuned before our number 1 entry to see how Wanted Dead shames you for playing on easy. Number 10. Doom. The original Doom was a groundbreaking release that influenced the FPS genre for years to come. Given its hyper-aggressive premise about a space marine slaying demonic hordes on Mars, it made fun of anyone that couldn't handle it. The game featured 5 difficulty levels, with easy being named "Hey, not too rough," and an even easier mode being labeled "I'm too young to die." It was the perfect level of inoffensive joke at the player's expense. Future releases would change things up a bit. The easiest mode in Doom 64 was called Be Gentle, while the PlayStation and Sega Saturn ports of the original simply called it I'm a Wimp. Clicking on that last one had to hurt. Number 9. Earthworm Jim Special Edition. With its wacky humor and odd lead character, Earthworm Jim was definitely a product of its time, but it was loved by many, leading to a special edition a year after release. Available on the Sega CD and PC, it featured crisper animation, a new level, and a fantastic joke aimed at anyone who completed it on easy or practice mode.
What a worm. Playing on practice, eh?
After beating the last boss, the final cutscene would be replaced by creator and voice of Earthworm Jim himself, Doug Tenapel, calling you a worm for playing on easy. He then spends several minutes reading you a bunch of incorrect worm facts, followed by the game's credits. We really appreciate the dedication with this one.
The segmented worms also possess a well-developed nervous system with concentrations of nerve cells called ganglia.
Number 8. Myth: The Fallen Lords.
Micah, burn!
Before Bungie created Halo and Destiny, it released this beloved fantasy tactics game on PC. Set in the middle of a war between good and evil, Myth tasked players with reclaiming a magical land from dark forces. You had 5 difficulty settings to choose from, each coming with descriptors on what to expect. For those wanting the easiest route, the timid setting was the way to go, but Bungie didn't make you feel too good about picking it. It essentially promised you'd grow tired of fighting mindless enemies and that any taste of success would turn to ashes in your mouth. It's pretty bold to tell your players they won't have any fun, but that's what they get for picking easy.
Sir?
Number 7. Ninja Gaiden Black and Ninja Gaiden Sigma. In 2004, Team Ninja revived Ninja Gaiden for the Xbox. It was brutally tough, which actually made a lot of sense considering the original NES series. However, it seems a few too many players complained about the difficulty. When it was re-released as Ninja Gaiden Black and later Ninja Gaiden Sigma, it came with an easy mode. But the developer didn't let you off the hook that easily.
Master Ryu, or should I say, young Ninja Ryu Hayabusa. It seems I have greatly overestimated you.
Known as Ninja Dog mode, it would only become available after dying 3 times on the first level. And then confirming 3 times that you wanted to abandon the way of the ninja, you'd get a cutscene of Ayane expressing her dissatisfaction with you. You'd also have to wear pretty colorful ribbons meant to further insult all the big, strong gamers. Number 6. Monkey Island 2: LeChuck's Revenge.
Well, I command you to leave this island.
Just you try and make...
Pirates can be intimidating foes, though the Monkey Island series usually keeps things pretty light. In Monkey Island 2, LucasArts offered an easy mode for inexperienced players, but not without upholding the humor that made the first game a hit. Referred to as Monkey Island Light, its descriptor read, "I've never played an adventure game before, I'm scared."
I'm growing tired of your stupid questions.
Well, fear not, little one, because the difficulty let you skip right through most of the game's puzzles. However, the studio went one step further. Advertising the new mode on the back of the box, it stated Light was for beginners and reviewers. Game reviewers being bad at games is a running joke to this day, though we wouldn't have guessed it stretched this far back.
Will you help me now?
Anything to shut you up.
Number 5. Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain. Metal Gear Solid 5 offers reduced difficulty when you die too many times, though it definitely makes you feel bad about it. It transitioned the series to an open world while retaining the stealth-centric origins. If sneaking through enemies gave you too much trouble and you just couldn't stop dying, the game gave you an out. Easy mode came in the form of a chicken hat that would stop you from being noticed up to 3 times in a mission. You could also choose it in the settings, but if you still kept dying with it on, you'd then be offered the Lil Chicken Hat. This stopped all enemies from noticing you and humorously played into the childhood insult. Number 4. Sid Meier's Civilization. By putting the player in charge of all humanity, Sid Meier's Civilization tasks you with either conquering the planet or winning the space race to beat the game. At the end, you'll receive a ranking based on how well you did compared to real-life figures and world leaders. If you play on easy mode, you'll receive a rank of Warren G. Harding, no matter how well you actually did. For those who don't know, Harding was the 29th President of the United States and is objectively considered by many to be one of the worst. He died after 2 years in office, with multiple scandals coming to light afterwards. Civilization essentially called you an ineffective leader, a rare history burn. Number 3. Streets of Rage 3. When Streets of Rage 3 was localized for Western players, Sega made a lot of changes. In addition to alterations in plot and character appearances, it also made changes to the difficulty. Our normal mode was more difficult than Japan's hard mode. That would have been fine if playing on easy wasn't a complete waste of time. It's impossible to beat the game on easy as it ends 2 levels early. A cutscene after defeating the boss of level 5 will actually say, "You play this game like a beginner." One of the heroes will even say, "We must try harder." It's not as if you can increase the difficulty then to reach the ending. You'll have to start all the way over. That's just cold. Number 2. Wolfenstein series. Similar to how id Software shamed players for playing on easy mode in Doom, the studio also made fun of you for going too lightly on the Nazis. Wolfenstein 3D came with 4 difficulty levels. Easy was labeled "Don't Hurt Me," while the easiest was called "Can I Play Daddy?" Not only are they calling you a baby, but the setting is accompanied by the image of protagonist BJ sucking on a pacifier and wearing a bonnet. That's enough to keep many players from choosing it out of sheer stubbornness, but it's also one of the game's many iconic elements. Machine Games has kept the tradition going with newer entries, and seeing that baby-fied picture of BJ in more realistic graphics just makes the insult sting more.
Well, then I'll find the resistance.
Our sponsor today is Wanted Dead, a new hack-and-slash third-person shooter developed by the studio behind Ninja Gaiden. Wanted Dead will give you an easy mode, but you have to wear these adorable fluffy cat ears the whole time. Not a bad trade-off. Number 1. Twisted Metal 2. While many easy modes make fun of the player, most at least still let you play the game. But if you're that type of player, Twisted Metal 2 wants absolutely nothing to do with you. The sequel's campaign takes you through major cities across the globe, though playing on easy means you'll hardly see any of it. After beating the first boss, you'll be met by a graphic of a stop sign stating no losers are allowed beyond this point. you have to switch to a higher difficulty to continue. While loser isn't quite as creative an insult as some others, there's something about the bluntness in this method that makes you feel humiliated to your core. Wanted Dead just came out and you don't want to miss it. This new hack-and-slash third-person shooter was developed by the studio behind Ninja Gaiden and guarantees to bring you back to this era of gaming. Check out the link in the description.